today we are going to present our presentation on child abuse. Before I start, let me introduce my my group member here, Muhammad Atiq bin Muhammad. His matrix number is EX03534, and my name is Sinniah anak laki Narayanan. My matrix number is 03532. Okay. Before I start to talk on the topic, let me ask you guys a question. What does you know about child abuse? What is child abuse? And do you know how to identify the sign of a child is abused? Okay, let me start my presentation now. This is the contents of the information that I am going to present today. Mostly it will be about the child abuse, the definition and type of child abuse, ways to identify the child abuse. That's the main part that I'm going to cover in this presentation. So let me go ahead. Okay, now child abuse. Child abuse is defined as a form of physical or emotional ill treatment. Or also sometimes it happens sexually abused and exploitation that result in actual or potential harm to a child or young person. Okay, let me move to the next slide. Okay, the types of child abuse. There are 4 types of child abuse. To name it, one of it is physical abuse. The second one is sexual abuse, emotional abuse, and the last one is neglect. Okay, next slide. Okay, we are going to focus on the ways that we are going to identify if a child is abused. That's our subtopic. Our main topic is child abuse, and our subtopic is ways to identify child abuse. Okay. Now let me start. We are going to cover on 2 subtopic under ways of identify child abuse. That's physical injuries and mental illness and emotional harms. Okay, so I will be covering the physical symptoms, and my partner here, he will be covering on mental illness and emotional harms. So let me start with the physical symptoms. The first point that I am going to point out here is the symptom that we can identify physically on the abused victim is the bruises and burns and scars. Okay, under this sign, the first thing that we can notice is the marks on the children's body. So bruises are often seen in physical abused children. So you can see the marks on their body, and it can be at on the face, ears, outer thighs, buttock, and lower back. And when we talk about burns and scar injuries to children, commonly it's on the majority is involved in various degrees of body, and it happens because of lack of supervision, including cases of neglect. So I'll move to the next, and there's another type where it can also happen through hot liquid, hot objects, flames from cigarette lighter and chemicals or electricity. So the next point under the bruises and burn scar disabled. This is where sometimes the children had gone through the abuse, and if it's not properly treated, it can lead to a disability. So right now I am going to move to the second subtopic, which is poor physical health. So under poor physical health, I'll be covering the low immune system, which is actually a primary immune disorder or immunodeficiency infection caused by organisms such as bacteria, virus, fungus, or normal part of life. Okay, the reason that primary immune disorder happens is actually because of pneumonia, bronchitic sinus infection, and ear infection. And it also leads to blood disorders such as low platelets count or anemia. So the second subtopic will be the skinny. This is it's very straightforward. Children becomes skinny because of abuse, because they are not fed with enough food. That's the reason the children will get skinny. So that's all from me. So I'll hand over to my partner here. Thank you.
Hello, hi. My name is Atiq, as introduced by Mr. Sinniah. Today I would like to present all of you about the mental system. Sinniah has presented about the physical system. Then I will present all of you about the mental system. I have divided them into two things. First thing about the mental illness, and second is behavior. What will happen then the child has experienced the child abuse? Okay. First is post-trauma in the mental illness. Why post-trauma? Post-trauma experience vivid. Vivid is a strongly feeling unwanted and highly intrusive memories of their traumatic event. Intrusive recollection may occur during waking hours or during sleep. Often form of vivid and repetitive nightmare reenacting the trauma. It can be which likely to be permanent. With this, the vivid is you always experience the same thing, likely permanent in front of time, especially when you are waking from sleep or you sleep. During sleep, then you experience the vivid. You like having a nightmare, then you experience the child abuse in your nightmare. Okay, that's our post-trauma. Okay, and then this child also will experience depression. Only know depression is they're having many things to think, so they think about the abusement that they will get, the punishment, what will happen to them. So this kind of thing will give them depression. Okay, then we go to the behavior. What is the behavior of child who having or experience the child abusement? Okay, aggressive. They become aggressive because from they was child, they have maybe punishment with they have beating, beat by their father or anyone. So they will make their character become aggressive. So maybe they are very tough and they have a narrow what, and they think they not think that everyone is good, so they having something to protect themselves, so they become aggressive. Okay, then of course they will become less of confident because the child doesn't have any experience, so they have been punished, so when they want to do something, they become very afraid. So this cause of lack of confidence. They are very anxious and jumpy after the trauma. Think of the time they fail rather than when they succeed. They will think that they will fail. They never succeed because from the child they was having abusement from their parents. Anything they do will go wrong. So they will always think that okay, if they do this, they will fail, never succeed, never success. Okay, then self-critical, and hard on themselves. Okay, that's all from me. Okay, let's go to the conclusion. Please don't do any child abusement, because the prevention is better than cure. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.